All right, but we will go ahead and get started. So welcome to the induction for Alpha Sigma Lambda Honor Society. This is our spring 2026 induction, and as you can see, it is a virtual induction that we are holding online. This is our meeting agenda. And so as you see from the agenda here, we're now at the section on welcome and opening remarks. And so this is in the recording. I'll say a few things about myself, and then Professor Ghaffarian will introduce herself. Professor Grady lives in an area that she has trouble accessing the internet when she's at home. And so she will join us if she is able to do so. But we'll follow the program the way that it is printed. First, we have the introduction of the sponsors. I am Victoria Jackson Gray, and I am the chapter counselor. I am a counselor with an OR and not a counselor with an ER. And it's my pleasure to serve as chapter counselor. I'm a married mother of two, and I've taught history at Southwest since August of 1999. And I attended college at Ole Miss, and I earned my doctorate at the University of Memphis and also my MDiv at Memphis Theological Seminary. I work and interface with the national office and other faculty sponsors, and I help to plan the induction and send invitations to prospective members, as well as secure a speaker. And we are so honored that Dr. Moore accepted the invitation. And now Professor Ghaffarian will introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Manas Ghaffarian. For a known reason that my last name is difficult, everybody calls me Miss G. I have been at Southwest since 2005, teaching accounting and economics, and I've been with ASL from the very beginning, and I'm the money lady. So you will be hearing from me and everything. And I'm glad that you guys have joined us.
All right. Thank you, Professor Ghaffarian. And what happened to your line that you tell them every year that she always says that she will gladly receive your money, your induction fee. But of course, you'll have time to satisfy the induction fee. And these are the responsibilities of the treasurer. What I always do is combine the induction with the first meeting. We had our monthly meeting on Wednesday. And so the virtual inductions, the ones online, are generally very informal. Some students don't return after the induction, so we want to make sure that you know some about Alpha Sigma Lambda. And therefore, we will now look at a history of ASL. Again, I won't spend too much time on this because I want to leave time for our speaker and also for you to shine. This induction is about you. So I'll go over some national and local history. Let's start though with some symbolic history of Alpha Sigma Lambda. This is an honor society. It is not a secret society. It is not a Greek lettered social organization. So I know that many of you are familiar with sororities and fraternities, but this is not a sorority or a fraternity. It's a National Honor Society, as I'm sure that some of you have already looked up and done your research and looked up the background for Alpha Sigma Lambda. The A in Alpha stands for first. The S stands for in scholarship, and then Lambda leadership. And so the motto is first in scholarship and leadership. And then you see here the book, Love of Knowledge, and you see the lamp. Let me just move this. Which is wisdom, and then the torch, which is life. So that's the symbolic history, or what the symbols stand for in Alpha Sigma Lambda. So you don't have to memorize the Greek alphabet, A to Z, or Alpha to Omega, Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta, Theta, Theta, Iota, Kappa, Lambda, Mu, Nu, Xi, Omicron, Pi, Rho, Sigma, Tau, Epsilon, Phi, Chi, Psi, Omega. When I joined a sorority in college, we had to do that, but none of that. So that's the motto. And quick synopsis of our national history: a National Honor Society for students such as you, who maintain standards of academic excellence while also balancing obligations of family, work, and we know that this is not easy. And so we want to honor you for maintaining a high GPA while also carrying out those other obligations. The minimum age is 25, but we don't dwell a lot on the age requirement. We know that many of our students are no longer what's called the traditional age students. I do want you to know who come into college at age 18. Some people work for a few years. We're aware of that. But the founding chapter, Northwestern University in Evanston, Ohio, or excuse me, Evanston, Illinois, Northwestern in Illinois. And that will be one of the questions in the Jubilee game. And Dr. Roland Posey organized the Alpha chapter of ASL in the aftermath of World War II, and he envisioned that this would be a National Honor Society and not local to Northwestern. The reason that I put here Southwest in view, Rhodes College used to be Southwestern, and then you have Northwestern in Illinois. So that's why I put Southwest. I didn't put South. We're not Southwestern, of course. So Northwestern there, and then Southwest is what I was going for. Today, there are more than 300 ASL chapters. There's a chapter at Harvard University, Phi Beta chapter, and this is, make sure that you mute yourself. Remember to mute yourself. Or do you want me to go through and mute everyone? I'll mute everyone. I'm going to mute everyone. Just a minute. I can get this to work. Mouse. You can still unmute yourselves, but someone forgot to mute. And so I just went ahead and, or did I click unmute everyone? Let's do that again. Mute all. And you can unmute yourselves. So everyone should be muted. The chapters at a given institution, whether these are 2-year institutions, 4-year institutions, there's a chapter at the University of Memphis. There is a chapter at, as I said, Harvard, the Phi Beta chapter at Georgetown, Gamma Tau chapter, the honorary chapters as they're known. And initially we had planned to be an honorary chapter, but one of our former sponsors wanted us to also do service. And so the chapters that choose to do service versus those who choose to just recognize, and that's basically what we started to do, recognize the achievements of students. One isn't deemed any more valuable than the other. At Southwest, the threefold purpose of ASL is recognition of our adult students, retention of our adult students, and recruitment of adult students. Our first induction was held almost 10 years ago in Fulton Auditorium. Our very first president of Alpha Sigma Lambda was Celeste Riley. And all inductees will read a pledge that does involve service somewhat, but again, we don't mandate, we do provide opportunities for you to perform service. But remember Celeste Riley because she was our first ASL president. You'll see that in the Jubilee game at the end. All newly inducted members receive a certificate with the cover. Well, let me take the cover out. We don't give the certificate cover any longer, but you can order those, a pen, a bookmark, and a membership card. These are some of the benefits, and I won't go over these in depth. They are displayed here. I'll also email this full PowerPoint to you and upload it to a YouTube channel, and I'll give you the link for it. But I do want to emphasize that there's a national online newsletter called the Midnight Oil, and then ours is the Torch here at Southwest. Scholarship opportunities. The scholarship is in part merit-based, but it's mainly need-based. And applicants don't have to be a member of ASL to apply for the scholarship. The deadline for this year is Friday, April 24th. So if you're interested, let me know. So this is, again, a picture of some of the items that you'll receive, the pen, the bookmark. You do have to order the t-shirt and the honor stole and the honor cords at your own expense. All right, we're done with that portion. And the next thing that we will do is have our student officers to introduce themselves. And when I call your name, you're present. Tiffany Dixon is our president. Our vice president is Dominique Ivy. The publicist slash torch editor is Teresa Johnson. And the SAC representative is Jason Alcock. So student officers, you see pictured three of them. I don't have a picture of Jason, but this is Teresa, Dominique. I'm sorry, this is Tiffany, Dominique, and Teresa. All right, so let us start with Teresa. Teresa, are you here? Teresa? Let's see if I see Teresa in the participants. She may have had to work. But you'll meet her at the meeting in May. She was present at the meeting on yesterday. Let's see, Dominique, are you here? She may have had to work as well, but there's her picture, and she's so creative. This is her slide with her bio. I said, Dominique, you did a great job and interested in the medical profession, and you see what she has there as part of the background. So that was very, very creative. Let's see, Teresa, are you here? All right, well, this will leave more time for our speaker. And then Jason is the SAC representative. I won't cover the responsibilities of the officers in this meeting. Again, you can read over them in the PowerPoint that I will send to everyone, that I will circulate after the meeting. And now we move on to our speaker. We see the theme is a season for success with space for service. And our speaker is Dr. Evelyn Moore. She'll be coming in her own way, telling you about life experiences, and she just loves to help students. And so she will speak to you and give you some information, some pointers, some insights, and some perspective that I know will be helpful for you. So we will have Christina Hawk to introduce Dr. Moore. Christina?
Hi, everyone. How are you guys?
Christina,
Well,
is that you?
yes, ma'am, this
Is
is
that
me.
Chris? Okay, we are ready. Can you see Dr. Moore's slide? If you'll read it for us, please.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. At this moment, I'm about to introduce Dr. Evelyn Moore. Dr. Evelyn Finney Moore is a transformational leader in higher education and a passionate advocate for student success, currently serving as a career and academic community manager in the Office of Advising and Career Services at Southwest Tennessee Community College. With over 13 years of experience, she is committed to helping students, especially adult learners, move beyond barriers and step boldly into purpose-driven lives. Dr. Moore holds a Doctor of Business Administration in specialization in leadership, along with advanced degrees in teaching, business, and music. Her work has led to innovative college-wide advising and retention strategies that have impacted thousands of students and strengthened. As dynamic and engaging presenter, Dr. Moore has shared her expertise at the Tennessee Board of Regents, Advising Academy, and the Southwest Summer Institute, leading sessions such as Professional Academic Advising Model, which is PAAM 101, Bridging Advising and Career Services, and From Pathways to Purpose, equipping educators and advisors with practical strategies to transform advising into a powerful, purpose-centered experience. Dr. Moore believes that success is not simply something we achieve, it is a season we grow through. She inspires others to embrace their journey with intentions and create meaningful impact in every space they enter. Let's welcome Dr. Evelyn Moore.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Yes.
Okay. And if you're in speaker mode, maybe you can see me. I don't know. Are we good?
Yes, we can see. I can see you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, let me tell you, I'm super excited about this opportunity today to be able to be invited. I was invited before, but I promise you, I don't know what happened with my email, but I'm glad I caught it this time. So I can't tell you what it means to have the opportunity to speak to uh, this fine group of inductees and leaders here at Southwest. So, if I could just say this, good evening to you, to each and every inductee, and just let you know that this moment matters because tonight is not just about honor, it's also about evidence. And most people who know me, I have this saying, if you hear from other advisors, documentation beats conversation. So, this evidence that we're talking about is just the evidence that you kept going on, that when life got busy, when the responsibilities didn't slow up, when doubt just got louder in your ear, that your dreams spoke louder and that you are yet still here. And for that, I think you should applaud yourselves. I'm good at that. I tell people to celebrate yourself and applaud yourself because you deserve it. You own your own achievements. Nobody got you here. You got here through your own fortitude. Just the fact that, look, you woke up and said, I'm going to do this regardless of anything. So let me say something clearly. You are not, we have this what we call traditional and non-traditional students. Can I tell you that you're not a non-traditional? You are a determined student. That's what makes the difference because you're balancing jobs and families' responsibilities and expectations that a lot of the quote unquote traditional students don't experience. But you're doing all that while still choosing to invest in yourself. Some of you may have showed up for class tired, stressed, unsure, but you always showed up. You showed up anyway. And that is what makes this moment so powerful because success for you wasn't convenient, it was intentional. Now, I'm just going to tell you, this is my personal reflection. I gave you a brief synopsis of who I am for the purpose of this uh, induction ceremony today. But I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. I went to Snowden Junior High, Central High School. I graduated and went to college because I wanted to be a lawyer, but I didn't get that opportunity. I don't know about you, but being in a college prep high school where the top 10 are usually taken care of, and you know what I'm talking about, then you know that I wasn't a top 10. So I didn't get that kind of attention. So I had to be willful and intentional in everything that I did. In fact, I am a first gen. And being a first gen, my dad would tell me, who had a third grade education, he said, you, at 5 years old, he said, you're going to college. And I didn't know how I was going to go or how I was going to get there. My dad, third grade education, my mom, eighth grade education. Neither one knew anything about college. But how was I going to get there? But I found out that there was a lot of wisdom in people who never saw the inside of a college. My dad told me, he said, you know, Miss Ray, and that was the one of our neighbors who was a school teacher, and her daughter and I were the same age. He said, whatever Miss Ray tells her daughter to do, you do it too. And I did. And that's why I took the ACT, I took the SAT, and whatever she did, I did. But can I tell you, the door still didn't open for me. Because she went to Wake Forest in Illinois, got all kinds of scholarships because she was one of those top 10 students. I, on the other hand, had to sit and wait and pray a lot. And I got to be honest with you. It was a boyfriend who was at college who called me and said, have you heard from anybody? And I said, nope, hadn't heard from a soul. I had done applications to I don't know how many schools. He said, I tell you what, I'm coming home this weekend, and what I want you to do is I want you to sing and put it on a cassette recorder. Now, if you hear cassette recorder, then you kind of know how old I am. That's okay. He said, sing, and I'm coming to pick up the cassette on Sunday. So I sang on the cassette recorder. I sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow and The Lord's Prayer by Albert Hay Malott, a cappella. He picked up that cassette, took it to school with him, Lincoln University in Jefferson City, Missouri. And by Friday of the same week, I received a letter inviting me to Lincoln and giving me a full ride. I was 17 years old. Yeah, you could say I was considered the traditional student. But I realized that going to school was everything to my dad, but didn't mean as much to me when I first started. So my first semester, guess what? My GPA was a 1.25. I know, it's hard to believe, but yes, it was a 1.25 because I didn't understand what college was. I had what they call culture shock. I was flipping out. I was trying to be good at everything and ended up being bad at everything. Being responsible for myself, being responsible for my clothes, eating, washing. I mean, everything. When you think about it, and then going to school and you're out of state and you're just everywhere. But I guess the blessing of it all was that I was able to go to college at 17 years old, graduate with a bachelor's degree at 21 with a bachelor's in music. And I was like, wow, I feel finally made it So I decided I was going to teach school because I wanted to teach other students how to get and do what I did, regardless of the obstacles that told them they weren't going to make it. Well, later in life, I became a mom and I was a single mom. So being a single mom, I didn't have a huge support system other than my parents. And that being the case, I had made a promise to myself I was going to earn a doctor's degree. Now I'm 21, I'm going to earn a doctor's degree. But guess what? Life happened. And this is why when I'm working with students every day, I understand that life happens. I also have another quote that I say, we don't know what we don't know, right? So I can't assume that you got everything together, everything's fine at home. I can't make those assumptions. I have to sit, I have to listen, and I have to listen twice as much as I talk because I also have to hear what a student is not telling me so that I can help paint a pathway that is going to help them be successful right now. Because I don't know, most of you may have heard or read the book of Michelle Obama. It's basically becoming Michelle Obama. And I thought about that. Each and every one of us are in the process of becoming. So we ask ourselves every day, who am I becoming? What am I building? And who will benefit because I don't quit? Well, I went on after having my two daughters, and I decided that they were getting ready to graduate from college. And I said, my girls are not going to beat me out. So I decided I'd go back to school, I'd get my master's degree. So when my daughters graduated with their bachelor's degree in 2005, I graduated with my master's degree in 2005 because I felt like the question of who will benefit, my family benefits, my children benefit from what I do. And how can I encourage them to do better than me? I have to keep moving. And that's what I encourage everyone to do is never quit. I am a perpetual learner. That means I'm learning every day. And when I say what we don't know, we don't know, guess what? Every student that sits in front of me is teaching me something every day. I don't assume that I am doing all of the teaching. And because of that, I know, and I knew that when I walked across the stage, I wouldn't just be carrying a credential. I would actually be carrying sacrifice, resilience, and a story that someone else needs to hear. So I earned my master's in business administration from Colorado Technical University, 2005, a master's of arts in teaching in 2010 from the University of Memphis. And just recently, this past September, I earned that doctor's degree from Capella University. And when I say you don't quit, you don't stop, you don't let anybody deter you from what life has promised you. Each one of us are here for a reason. So how do we today tie your theme, success plus service? Well, let me tell you, a season of success with space for service. A season of success is I worked at FedEx for 16 years and I started at the bottom and I worked my way up from a temporary to a grade level 25. I traveled all over the world to 9 different countries. But how did I do that? I did that because I opened up my mind to realize that I could achieve anything if I wanted it bad enough. I realized that the difference had to be me, not the people who worked around me, but me, meaning I know I'm a designer's original. So being a designer's original, wherever I go, wherever I walk into, I know that I create the environment for it. I know that I belong there. Now I'm gonna tell you, it was very difficult. I would say back in the day to walk in a room that was full of men and being the only female there in a blue suit to make decisions. But how did I make those decisions? Let me give you a hint, hint, clue, clue to help you understand how you already have everything that you need in order to open doors for you for your future. When I got hired at FedEx, I was a temporary. I had worked for 2 months and they liked my work so much that they wanted to buy out my contract, my 2-year contract, and hire me full time. But they had to justify hiring me. So when the hiring manager asked me the question, he said, "Why should we hire you? You have a music degree. I mean, we're running a business here." And I just closed my eyes and I reached deep down inside of myself to find an answer. And it was November. And what I told him, I said, well, football season is in November. And not to be stereotypical, but he was a man. And I did hear ear hustling that he did like football. So I said, "Do you like football?" He said, "Yes, I do." And I said, "Tell me what you see when you look at football." He said, "Oh, I like the football. I like the game and all that." And I said, "Oh, that's great." I said, "What do you see at halftime?" And you know what he told me? He said, "I see a bunch of people on the field. That's all I see." I said, "Can I tell you what I see?" He said, "Sure." I said, "I see 15 trombones, 11 clarinets, 12 flag girls." And before I could go further, he said, "You're hired." What did I do? I reached inside myself and I used what I call relative thinking or relative philosophy or making something relevant to where I am. And I made my point, and he accepted that I was a person who paid attention to detail. Now, when we say you have to, in this season of success, you have to do it with a space for service. How could I help anybody if I never open my mouth and say that I am the person that can help? When I talk to students as a business major, helping them get a job, I ask them to walk in and let them know that you are the value added asset that their company or their department needs. You bring the difference, you make the difference. And I just want you to understand that success is not just about what you achieve, it's about what you do with what you achieve. So, did you notice what I did with my music degree? By the way, being a music major and my instrument is voice, I had to do something else in music, and the only thing else for me to do was be a majorette. So, being a majorette, I had to be on the field at 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. Okay, I had to be in at least one major production every year. But what it taught me was precision. It taught me discipline. It taught me that teamwork is important. It taught me that I'm not in this alone or by myself. I have to do it with others. And let me tell you, because your success, when you have it and you've achieved it as you is evident today, your success opens these doors. It creates opportunities for other people. And it reminds you of someone else that might think it is too late. You're just not rising or rising up on your own all by yourself. Guess what? When you rise, your family rise. Maya Angelou has this poem says, "Still I rise." I love it. It's you rising. And as you rise, you bring, let me tell you, a rising tide lifts all boats. You're the one rising. And because you're rising, everybody in the water with you goes up with you. And I know within me that that has been the driving force behind everything that you've done to achieve everything that you have today. You are raising uh, either a family or siblings, but there are generations that are going to come after you that are going to be so impressed by who you are. In fact, when I'm advising students, like a lot of the nursing students, I would tell them, is anyone in your family a nurse? And they would say yes. And would tell them, I said, especially around Thanksgiving, I said, no, we're getting ready to do a Thanksgiving break. But can I tell you something? Instead of just talking, shooting the breeze with everybody, how about going to that family member and say, I would appreciate it so much. I would be honored if you would be my mentor. I'm getting ready to go into nursing. And I know you've been in the field for a while. And I truly believe with everything in me that what I need to be successful is to have you as my mentor. Do you know what that would do for that person, your family? Guess what's going to happen? Not only would you do that for them, but someone would do it for you as you move through life. You have to remember that life has its challenges, I admit. And for me, my life challenges, and just over the past 10 years, in December 2016, my daughter passed away, leaving her 13-year-old daughter for me to raise. 2018, my husband passed away after being in a nursing home and having been diagnosed with dementia. 2019, my mother passed away, and it was like very quickly. And even in the midst of all of that, I had to keep going. I had to find my place. I still had to come to work. I still had to help other students be successful. And I still had to cry with other students who were crying, even though I was hurting myself. So don't shrink after this moment. Don't settle after this moment. Don't question if you belong in the rooms you've worked to enter. You belong. I just ask you to walk into every space like someone who earned their seat because you did. And when life gets heavy again, and it will, and I pause there for a moment. Life gets heavy. I got this email to speak today to each of you, but I was in a place where I wasn't quite sure I had it in me to speak. Saturday before last, my cousin's funeral, and on Wednesday I got a call that my daughter was not going to make it. She had stage 4 cancer. I didn't know. Everything blew up real quick in about 3 weeks' time. And her funeral was this past Saturday. And because of the rain, we didn't bury her until yesterday. So I say all this to say there's theory and there's practicum. They have to work together. Theory is the education and the knowledge that you have gained through the books, through your instructors. Practicum is what you do, how you use it every single day. So when I say life will get heavy again, remember this version of yourself, the one who didn't quit, the one who showed up, and the one who made it this far. So tonight is not the finish line. It is a reminder that you are capable of more, you are worthy of more, and that you are called to more. So as you leave this moment, don't just celebrate it, carry it, own it. Let it fuel your next step. Let it shape your next decision. And let it remind you who you are becoming. I'm just going to throw this out here, and we can have a little conversation if you want. But because when purpose meets preparation, success is no longer possibility. It becomes inevitable. You've got this. You own it. Congratulations, inductees.
Thank you, Ms. Moore.
You're
Love it, love
welcome.
it. Let's see the hand claps. All right, all
Thank you
right.
so much, Miss
Thank
Moore.
you.
You are
All
welcome.
right. Let's see the reaction in the chat. Thank you so much,
Awesome,
Dr. Moore. That
awesome.
was so encouraging. So awesome. Very awesome. Just before we introduce the inductees, love it, love it. And I am so glad that this is recorded. I apologize, Dr. Moore. I do not know what I became technologically challenged. This changed. I could not find the speaker. Thankfully, we had your picture and your bio to display here, but I was also wanting to have you on speaker mode, but that's all right. We were able to see you, and we thank you for all of your wisdom, your experiences, and thank you for all of those memorable lines as well. All right, any questions for Dr. Moore as we look through the chat? What's in here? Hand claps, and we certainly thank you. All right, the next thing that is on our program, so I turn my camera back on. Some other comments, keep them coming. The next thing that's on our program, as you can tell what's here, is it's time for us to meet our inductees. And what I want you to do is just, if you're here, if you're family, or if you brought someone with you, just after you've read your bio, they can, give you a shout out, but we're just going to keep it rolling. So what will happen? This is the time for the inductees. And as I said, we'll keep it rolling. When you see your slide, it's your time to shine. Just start reading. You don't need me. When you see your name, just start reading. You can turn on your camera if you would like. But we are ready. And I won't pronounce any of the names. I might get some of them right, some of them wrong. So when you see your slide, let's have it. We're ready, and I will.
I'm first.
Again, when you see your slide, come off mute, and just when the next slide comes up, we'll keep it rolling. If there's someone who wants to give you a shout out, they may do that. All right.
My name is Lakiva Banks. I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee. My major is social work. I expect to graduate this spring. I am a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success. My hobbies are spending time with my family, shopping, and traveling. I am a single mother of two. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to transfer to the University of Memphis to pursue my bachelor's degree.
All right. Anybody in the audience to give you a shout out? All right. If not, we'll.
My family is here.
My name is Ashley Barnes. I'm originally from Memphis. My major is nursing. I expect to graduate in spring, fall of 2028. My hobbies are eating, traveling, going to the movies, and spending time with my son and family. I am single and I have two boys, Jaden, which is he was stillborn, so he's passed, and I have my rainbow baby, which is Aiden. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to become a registered nurse and continue growing in the medical field.
All right, if I don't hear anyone shouting out, I'm just going to change to the next slide. But of course, if you in the audience want to just give some hand claps and show some heart, some love, even if you're not someone who was invited by this particular inductee, please do so.
Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Brittenham. I'm married to Regina Brittenham. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. I graduated from Central High. My major is nursing, and I'm going to graduate 2026 spring, which is a couple of weeks from now. I'm already a member of Psi Beta Honor Society. In my spare time, I like to weight lift, view luxury watch, making videos on YouTube, keep up with world affairs, and upon graduation from Southwest, I'm attending UT Health Science Center of Nursing.
I'm so proud of you, Charles. I love you.
I love you too.
My name is Tracy Bruce. I'm originally from Jonestown, Mississippi. My major is early childhood education. I expect to graduate this spring of 2026 with my CDA in early childhood education, and again in fall of 2027 with my associate's degree in early childhood education. I am now a member of Alpha Sigma Lambda Honor Society. My hobbies are taking walks in the park while listening to gospel music and sermons, include anything. Can y'all hear me? Okay, because it's cut off. Okay. My hobbies are taking walks in the park while listening to gospel music and sermons, including any. Oh, my screen is cut off.
And just tell us.
Okay.
Read it.
Upon graduating from Southwest, I plan to become a early childhood teacher, teaching bright young minds the skills and tools they need to be bright young children in society, teaching them what they need to grow and be successful in life.
Thank you. I do try to check if the end of the slide is cut off, but if you all have what you sent, you can look that over beforehand too. All right, so I apologize.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Victoria Cribbs. I'm originally from Omaha, Nebraska. I forgot to add in there, I had moved to Columbia, Missouri when I was 14. I grew up there, and then I moved to Memphis in 2016. My major is radiology. I expect to graduate in the spring or fall of 2028. My hobbies are cooking, traveling, going bowling, camping, and on float trips, and spending time with my family. I am a single mother. I have three daughters, and I have one granddaughter that just was born on March 6th. And upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to get a job within my career field.
All right, next slide. So when you see yours, just keep moving.
I don't know where I am. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear
Yes.
you.
I'm not sure where my slide is, but I'm Ariel Easton. I can just give you a little background. I don't see what I submitted. I'm a mother of two. My daughter just graduated from University of Memphis in December. I have a 15-year-old son, soon to be. My field of study is health sciences. I'm currently a full-time employee at the Church Health Center as a referral coordinator, which I thoroughly enjoy. I also have a bartending business, Drinks by AE, that I'm the owner and operator of. I really don't have a lot of free time because I am pretty much full-time employed and in school. Um, yeah, that is pretty much it. I look forward to graduating in December of this year. I'm super proud of everyone that is being inducted tonight, and congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Ariel. And I know you told me that you wouldn't be able to have your camera on, so thank you.
Um, I don't think my camera on. Uh, my name is Kiana Edwards. I'm originally from Olive Branch, Mississippi. My major is early childhood education. I'm expected to graduate spring 2026. I'm a member of Phi Theta Kappa. My hobbies are eating, traveling, and spending time with my daughter and singing. I am single. I have one child named Dakaria. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to attend Texas Women's College to get my bachelor's degree.
Hello, all. My name is Jacqueline Gillis. I'm originally from Greenville, Mississippi. My major is nursing. I will graduate in May of 2026 with an Associate of Science. I am a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, SGA, and NSLS. My hobbies are traveling and spending time with my family. I am married to Robert Gillis Jr., and we have 4 children. Upon graduating from Southwest, I will transfer to the University of Memphis and complete my BSN. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tori Henson. I'm originally from Vicksburg, Mississippi. I've lived in Wisconsin, New York, and Massachusetts. I'm doing the transfer pathway for my bachelor's in plant science. I'm married to my husband, Paul, for 15 years. We have a Great Dane. His name is Maxon. On graduation, my goal is to have a career in a research laboratory where I can study plant genetics and herbal remedies.
Tell you, we have no cheering sections on tonight. Usually we have a few people cheering, but that's all right. I kept moving because she told me she would not be able to attend. And so that's why I moved on.
My name is Deirdre Jackson. Um, I have I graduated May 2024 from Southwest with my associate degree in administration, technical. Now I went back and I graduate in spring of this year. Well, spring of 26 with my accounting degree. I'm currently a tax preparer. Um, my hobbies is fishing, watching TV. Um, I have one son. He graduated from University of Memphis. I'm married, and that's about it.
Hi, my name is Renella Alexandria Johnson. I am originally from Moorhead, Mississippi. My major is pre-radiology X-ray. I expect to graduate in spring or fall of 2028. I am a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and the National Society of Leadership Institute. My hobbies are eating, cooking, reading, and spending time with my family. I am engaged to Symmetric Davis, and I have two children and one fur baby. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to start my career in radiology technology, and my family would like to say something as well.
All right. Love that.
Couldn't be
Okay.
more proud. I love you so much, and it's only up from here, best friend.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me mute.
I'm sorry, Lula. Okay.
I take it Lena is not here.
Hi, my name is LaFrancie May. I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee. My major is public administration. I expect to graduate in fall 2026. My hobbies are thrifting and genealogy research. I am married to my husband, Sergil May, and we have 6 children: Brashard, Kayla, Haley, Ava, Evan, and Ethan. And upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to transfer to a 4-year university.
Yay, mommy, we love you.
Woo!
You.
I'm used to with the induction, or at least some students. Thank. Is Latanya not here?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm here.
All right. All right.
Let me turn my camera on. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Take your time.
I'm trying to get the video. Um, I don't know how to do the video, but can I do my introduction now without the
We
video?
see you. Here.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. My name is Latanya Morel. Hello, everyone. I am originally from Crenshaw, Mississippi. I graduated from Madison Shannon Palmer High School in Marks, Mississippi. My major is social work, and I expect to graduate in the spring of 2026. I am now a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are singing, traveling, and spending time with my family. I have an 18-year-old son who is also graduating in May 2026. I'm so proud of him. And upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to attend the University of Memphis to pursue my bachelor's of social work.
Hi, my name is Lisa Montiel. I'm originally from Memphis. My major is nursing. I'm going to be graduating in spring. I'm currently a member of Pi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies are having game night with my husband and son, going to the beach when I have a chance, away from work and school. I've been married to my husband Billy for soon to be 17 years. We have one son, Chris, who is soon to be 19 years old. And upon graduation, I plan on attending University of Tennessee for their traditional bachelor's degree in nursing.
Is Esther here? All right.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jess Lisa Robinson. I'm originally from Kansas City, Missouri. My major is health and science. I expect to graduate in the fall. I'm a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and also a member of the NSLS. My hobbies include baking cakes, volunteering, and feeding the homeless. I have two boys, Amari and Noah, who light up my world. Upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to attend the University of Memphis for my bachelor degree and work towards becoming a dentist.
All right, I didn't mean to turn so soon in case you had persons cheering.
Hi, I'm Jamila Simmons. I'm originally from Virginia Beach, Virginia. My major is radiology, and I expect to graduate in the spring fall of 2028. I'm also a member of Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies include anything crafty, getting my 10K steps in daily, and watching anime. I have 5 children, and upon graduation from Southwest, I plan to become a traveling rad tech.
Hi, my name is Ida Stafford. I usually go by Grace. Um, I'm originally from a small town outside of Memphis called Hickory Woods. I am majoring in general studies right now, and I expect to graduate in fall 2026. My hobbies are reading, working out. I like to make clay earrings, and spending time with my family. I'm married to Andrew Stafford, my husband, and we don't have any kids yet, but we have a dog named Cam and a cat named Dennis. And after graduating from Southwest, I plan to attend the University of Memphis and earn a bachelor's degree in computer science.
Hello, my name is Martika Walker. I'm originally from Memphis, Tennessee. My major is general studies. I expect to graduate in spring 2026. I'm a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. My hobbies include spending time with my family, traveling, watching movies, and creating custom shirts. I have 3 children. Upon graduating from Southwest, I plan to transfer to the University of Memphis and continue my path towards pharmacy school to earn a PhD, a pharmacy degree.
Thank you, and I didn't mean to turn from your slide before you think.
Hi, my name is Raquel Watkins. I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee. My major is in business. I expect to graduate in spring of 2026. My hobbies are reading, traveling, attending the movies, and spending time with the family. I have 2 children aged 10 and 6. Upon graduating from Southwest, I plan to continue to receive a bachelor's degree in business management.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Darrell Wilhite. Hope everyone's doing all right tonight. I am originally from Memphis, Tennessee. My major is electrical engineering, and I'm also doing a engineering emphasis degree. I expect to graduate in fall of 2026 with my electrical engineering degree. I'm a member of the NSLS, and I'm also running for SGA of the Macon Cove campus this semester. So look out for that email, guys. I'd love to get y'all's vote. I'm a veteran of the U.S. Army. Um, my hobbies are exercising, traveling, playing video games, and spending time with my family. I'm currently engaged to a Solid Key alumni, Mariah Crawford. She went to school for nursing at Southwest. We have no children as of yet, but upon a graduation from Southwest, I plan to achieve my bachelor's degree in electrical engineering at the University of Memphis. And I'm so honored to be here with you all, and I really appreciate the opportunity.
Congratulations, Darrell. I'm so proud of you. I love you.
Thank you, baby.
Oh, How sweet. All right, that concludes the section for our inductees. And so I will turn my video back on for just a minute as we congratulate all of you. And we'll also have you to read the pledge. Now, you're not pledging a sorority or a fraternity. This is just the Alpha Sigma Lambda pledge. They don't even call that pledging anymore. I think they call it membership intake. So I always emphasize, I know you know this, I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. And this emphasizes service to community, to college, and is Tiffany here yet? Tiffany Dixon?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
All right. And so we will allow the ASL president to have you to read this together. You'll probably be able to, you'll follow along with her, with Tiffany Dixon, and she also has a few words that she is going to say. So I will mute my video again. And Tiffany?
Hello, everyone. If you could unmute your mics so that you can repeat after me.
All right.
Or
Oh, and
repeat
Tiffany,
with
Tiffany, let me interrupt you also. Are you also going to have words or just do the pledge?
I do have some words, but if we
Yes,
don't have
words.
time, it's
Okay.
okay.
All right. I'll mute then. I'll mute back out and let you finish doing what you're doing.
Okay. Has everyone unmuted?
Yes.
Okay, pretty much. Okay, so you can repeat after me the Alpha Sigma Lambda pledge. As new members of ASL,
ASL.
As new members of
ASL.
If you want to read it with me, you can. That's perfectly fine. You too will now read the pledge to strive to be first in scholarship and leadership.
You too will now read the pledge to strive to be best in scholarship and leadership.
Okay, here it is. I promise to uphold the ideals and further the aims of Alpha Sigma Lambda.
I
Believe that by doing
the
so,
ideas and expression of the aims of Lambda, even that by so doing, I shall increase my value
I
to
shall
my college
increase
and my
my value
community.
to my college and to my community. Thank you.
It's hard for everyone to do when we're all on Zoom and we have feedback. So I'll mute and let Tiffany go ahead and finish saying what she has to say. Thank you.
Okay, again, everyone, it's great to be here. My name is Tiffany Dixon. I'm the president of Alpha Sigma Lambda's chapter at Southwest, the Macon campus. And the theme for tonight's induction ceremony is a season for success with space for service, as was mentioned earlier. So when you
Tiffany, will you unmute? I had to mute everyone so we could hear you. So will you unmute? Thank you.
Did you hear anything?
You can start over. You saw there was a lot of feedback, so I just muted everyone.
Okay. So again, my name is Tiffany Dixon. I'm the president of the Alpha Sigma Lambda chapter at Southwest, the Macon campus. And the theme for tonight's induction ceremony is a season for success with a space for service. So when you think about the phrase a season for success, your mind should instantly fall on the accomplishments of yourself as well as your peers. This is because of your hard work and dedication academically that you've achieved, that you are able to be here and to say that this is your season for success. We all have a story to tell of how our journey hasn't been an easy one, but guess what? You've been successful. If you were not, you would not be listening to me speak right now. So be proud of yourself.
Continue to work hard and don't give up, even when you feel that that's your only option. I'm a mother of three, a wife. I now work a full time job, and I'm taking 5 classes this semester, and I have in previous semesters. Has it been easy? Absolutely not. Did I want to give up? Yes, many times, but I didn't. And I will be graduating next month. Many of you will be joining me, and many of you will follow soon. And if you are, just continue to do the positive things that has afforded you the opportunity to be a part of such a prestigious honor society such as Alpha Sigma Lambda. I appreciate you all for your time and attention, and I wish you much success.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Awesome. Awesome. Is our vice president here? I know she emailed that she was unable to uh, get her camera to unmute or her microphone. Let's go ahead and wrap up. We may not have time for Jubilee. If not, I'll cut and paste and send an example of how the game is played. But there's a torch for every one of you. There's a newsletter called The Torch. That is the newsletter for ASL. But this will be, as I've said, in the PowerPoint, so you'll be able to go back and look at that. And there are 26 persons who responded. Not everyone sent a bio, and this is the year 2026, and this is why we have 13 plus 13 torches. The one in the middle doesn't count. I used a torch because, again, that's the name of our newsletter. The next part, the poem of ASL is Don't Quit. We're almost done. All new inductees hear this poem. This is the adopted poem of Alpha Sigma Lambda. And so is Miss Grady here? If not, I'd like to get someone to read Don't Quit, the adopted poem of ASL. Who'll read it for
I
us?
can read it.
I
I can read it.
appreciate that. I appreciate it. I'll mute.
Okay.
And
Don't quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and when you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure turns about when they might have won had they stuck it out. Don't give up though, the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Often the goal is nearer than it seems to a faint and faltering man. Often the struggler has given up when he might have captured the victor's cup. And he learned too late when the night came down how close he was to the golden crown. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So stick to the fight when your heart is hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit.
thank you so much, Jamila, for reading the ASL adopted poem, Don't Quit, by John Greenleaf Whittier. Much, much appreciated. Next, you see that the spotlight is now on SOS, Scholars of Service, and then there's our Jubilee game. So let me just say real quick on Scholars of Service, there are service opportunities available. And so the threefold focus of ASL, or the three foci, are chapter, college, and community. And these are some of the service opportunities. Earth Day 5K, I'll take that one off, I guess. Dr. Joyce Johnson has not held that one in the past few years. I was hoping she'd hold it again this April.
Yeah,
And the canned food drives, pardon me?
It's taking place. I'm signed up for that 5K.
It is taking place. Why didn't I get any notification? So I would love for you all to participate, and I'll circulate an email after I have a chance to look it up. And who said that? Was that Durrell?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
love it. Okay, I love how you gave a shout out that you're running for SGA. So make sure you vote for him. You
Yeah,
say you're
forgot.
running for SGA, right? All right,
Yes, ma'am.
so Dorothy Dayhouse, and I'll just scroll through. Again, this will be in PowerPoint. You can read. I know that all of you can read. I don't want to prolong the time. I do want to, you can see a visual of a former president of ASL, Katanya Warner, and she made these packages, these gifts, her labor of love. And that's her daughter unloading there for the Dorothy Day House. And she also made these, packaged these gifts for Angel Tree. And then this is another Dorothy Day House drop off. This is participation in Hungry Turkey Run. So there are plenty opportunities for service. This was our very first service project, but we stopped doing this one because of all of the logistics involved in having to get background checks. Not that we couldn't pass the background checks, but then using our vehicles to drive and having the release and hold harmless forms. And we didn't want our students to be involved in any mishaps. But this is a very much needed service if it's something that you want to do on your own. T-shirts are available at student expense. This isn't the only t-shirt, so if you don't like that one, there are other options. Student Leadership Institute, if you want to attend, by all means, just email Mr. Phoenix Worthy and let him know that you're planning to attend, and it's this coming Saturday. Every summer, Student Leadership Institute clubs will nominate one or two students, and Mr. Worthy generally takes them out of town, somewhere in Nashville, for training and informative sessions. I've already told you about scholarship opportunities. This is not necessarily a merit-based scholarship. It's primarily based on need. That's how it's worded on the national website. And if you're interested, I just have to sign as chapter counselor. And really any student at Southwest can apply. You don't have to be an ASL student, although Alicia Tucker was our vice president at the time. And the Torch, the national newsletter. This is what older editions of the Torch look like. The Torch has not been up and running in a while. It's an acronym for Task Force on Reaching and Climbing Higher. Graduating seniors. Honor stoles and honor cords are available at student expense. If you want to have a fundraiser at this point in the semester, there's still time. And raise money has to get approved, of course, by the college for you to hold the fundraiser. But if you want to hold a fundraiser and if you want to raise money so that you can purchase honor cords, honor stoles from the chapter treasury, then that's fine. The seal is placed on the diploma, just as you see it here on the certificate. This is what the certificate will look like with your name typed in black ink, not in burgundy or red. It'll be in black ink. And this same seal, one that looks like this, will be on your diploma. If it's not there, I think you can take it back to the records office if it gets missed. If you're an inductee past 1995, when we started adding the seals. And the last thing, let's see where we are with our time. I don't want to take us over. Jubilee, I will go ahead and put it for the record in here. And I won't do roll call of current members and alumni of ASL. I'll just scroll through and you'll see slides of our recent past members. There are lots of them, but we are moving along quite fast. I don't want us to go over. The Jubilee game will take about 5 to 7 minutes. but we're not even going to play the game. I'm just going to scroll through the slides. It's just a tradition, and we always have cake. And so let me change out to Jubilee. So bear with me. Give us me just a minute or two. And you can look up the questions later. We won't even try to answer the questions. Jubilee should be 50 questions, but you see 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So I shorted you 15 questions, should be 50. But national history, you should know that the national office is located in what state? And then the answer is Illinois. The first chapter was organized at what university? Anybody want to shout it out real fast?
Northwestern.
Northwestern. That's the Alpha chapter. Chapters that offer inductions only are called honorary chapters. And the founder of ASL was
Dr.
Dr.
Posey.
Posey. Right. And ASL is also sometimes called the society. I won't pause long because we're over. So if you shout out fast, you'll get it in. The first induction was held what year? 2016, 10 years ago. Newly inducted members will receive all of the following except, and the answer is an honor cord. I do sometimes give covers as a courtesy, but you'll have to order the honor cord. The name of the newsletter is, oops, I gave you that when I turned too fast, The Torch. The national newsletter is the Midnight Oil, but the chapter is The Torch. 2 of the 3 purposes of ASL at Southwest are retention, recruitment, and what? Recognition. I'm moving fast. I just want it to be in here, so I won't pause as long as I sometimes do. The Greek letter name of the Southwest chapter is the
Sigma Tau Psi.
Sigma Tau Psi chapter. Symbols and slogans. This is the meaning of alpha in ASL. First. This is the meaning of lambda.
Leadership.
Leadership. And the meaning of sigma is
Scholarship.
scholarship. First in scholarship and leadership is the full meaning of Alpha Sigma Lambda. This is the only symbol below that is found on the shield. The only one that is found is and the answer is a book. Sponsors and past officers. The current treasurer is Professor Gafarian. The first student president was
Celeste Riley.
Celeste Riley. And a past vice president who received a scholarship. You saw her picture twice, Alicia Tucker. The care packages personally made by, she pronounces her name Catania Warner, although I always want to call her Catania. And the correct spelling of the position that I hold is not counselor, but it is counselor. I put that in my email because people glance at it and think I don't know how to spell counselor, this counselor. So that's why I do that now. Service opportunities. This adopted charity keeps homeless families together. It's the Dorothy Day House. The minimum GPA is a 3.25, but the preferred GPA is 3.5. So that's a trick question. The minimum GPA is 3.25, although 3.5 is preferred, but we invite 3.25 and above. At one point we didn't, but we do now. And we know that this run is being held. What's that run?
Earth Day.
Earth Day 5K. Hungry Turkey Run is, of course, held in what month?
November.
3C Focus. Chapter, college, and community. We're almost done. Current student officers, I didn't get to update this one, so ignore it. I did not get to update it. I apologize. I didn't update. The current president is who? Tiffany Dixon. And the current vice president is, and I apologize for this, the current vice president is Dominique Ivy. And then the current SAC representative, Jason Alcott. And we have Teresa Johnson for the editor of the Torch. And we won't go over that particular induction. So we are finished. I'll go back to this slide, and we got out 5 minutes late, but we started 5 minutes late, so don't hold it against me. Again, congratulations. There is your virtual cake. Enjoy. And if you have questions, email me. Good night to everyone. I'll stop sharing my screen and turn my camera
Congratulations,
back
everyone.
on. And good night. Congratulations.
Good
Yes,
night and
congratulations to everyone.
congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations,
Good night.
everybody.
Congratulations,
everybody.
Congratulations, everyone.
Good night. Congratulations,
Bye.
everyone.
Have a good night.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much, Dr. Moore. You stayed the whole time. I thought you logged out after you spoke. Thank you so much.
No.
I
But
will
thank you
be
so much
email.
for inviting me.
Yes, and I will be emailing you for that awesome speech. And please accept my condolences for your losses in your family. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. Thank
All
you.
right.
Dr. Moore,
Appreciate it.
my condolences to you as well. That was
Thank
really
you.
brave to come here tonight.
Yes, it
Thank
was. It
you.
was. It
Thank
was.
you. It's just, well,
Yes.
I actually try to live what I speak about.
Yes.
So that's how
Yes.
we hope to encourage our students. So this is such an awesome, awesome ceremony. So thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for coming. I enjoyed it so much
Your
wisdom.
speech was great. It was great.
Awesome.
It
We
was,
need to have we need to have her in person, don't we?
yeah, we
Renat, we
do. I
need
mean, it
to.
was really
Yes.
great. I'm sure that it had a very good impact on the students. I
Well,
wish
I
so.
Yes.
sure I sure hope that they are inspired and just hold on because hey, it's only up from here.
Yeah, it
Amen.
is. I mean, I
Yes.
wish the students could hear you, all of them, those who don't have any problems, but they create problems just not to do their work.
Right.
You know, they need to hear you. They need to hear you that you had problems and you came it like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
I
Thank
do.
you.
We
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
it.
Thank you.
y'all.
And I'm so glad
Thank
we
you.
have it recorded. I apologize for being technologically challenged. What I was trying to do was get speaker mode, and I didn't want to stop to ask someone. And so I texted Manaz and told her that that's what was going on. So, but we have your speech and your picture was displayed. Thank you.
Ah, well,
All right.
thanks. You all did a great job, and thank you so much for inviting me again.
All right.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, not a
Yes.
problem.
And
Okay.
we
But
were rushed because we wanted to make sure you had enough time to speak and with the students. Sometimes we go more slowly over the history when we don't have a speaker.
ah,
But yes, we wanted to make sure you had enough time. All
look,
right. Good
look,
night.
I think it's just a grace because I missed the last time. I said, okay. So I said, let me make sure I'm here. And
Yes.
I
Thank
was
you.
fiddling with my Zoom because I'm going, what's wrong with my Zoom? But it
Mhm.
at right at like what 6:59, it just like, okay, there it is. I go, oh, it
Oh,
took me a
great.
minute.
Oh, great. Came through. Wonderful.
Came
Wonderful.
through.
All
All right,
right.
y'all have a great evening.
You too. Have a great evening.
Good
Okay,
night.
bye-bye.
Good.
Good
Yes.
night.
Good night, everyone. Good night.